up, internet? My name is Cody, aka iGameDude, and today we're going to talk about aliens, UFOs, the Illuminati, and Grand Theft Auto 5. Now what I mean is that there are multiple Easter eggs within the game that point to alien existence, Illuminati. So basically, here's what I mean. Players have found a frozen alien in North Yankton underneath a bridge, and as we've seen, this is the same alien that abducts you when you're high, and that you try to kill in a giant frenzy when you get really high within the game. Now, the same thing can be said that there are actual in-game Easter eggs, such as a sunken UFO off the coast of northern Chumash in the game. You dive down to the bottom of the ocean, you find a UFO, you cannot get in it. This UFO is represented in one of the markings at the top of the rail car on Mount Chiliad. When you go and look at these markings in the rail car station at the top, you find that it's a representation of the mountain that shows something of sorts of a jetpack, an alien, and a UFO. Then at the very top it has an eye. Now what represents the eye? Well, if you travel to the top, at the very top of the mountain, there's a platform, and if you look underneath the platform, there is a drawing, a painting that shows that same eye. Now the other thing that is represented is the Altruist cult. This cult is located on the mountain. They have a bunch of strange markings in their camp, and one of the markings that is represented on the painting in the railcar station is an egg, and that egg is the sacrifice table at the Altruist camp. Now the other thing that people have found is a shrine just below the Altruist camp. Now, what happens when you have 100% completion in the game? Well, all of this stuff seems to come together. When you get 100% completion and you go to the top of the mountain at 3 a.m., a UFO appears, a UFO that players have tried to get into. They've tried to use the dune buggy that is put together once you collect all the spaceship parts for a character called Omega. Well, they've tried to interact with the UFO, and all we've been able to find is a marking on the UFO called FIB, which is the in-game FBI, so meaning this really isn't an alien craft. In fact, it's just a craft created by the government. But there is one more thing that we need to talk about here. In that shrine at the base of the mountain, players are stating, some players on the web are stating that if you go to that shrine when the UFO appears, it actually acts as a doorway or an elevator, and you get a jetpack, and you can control the UFO. There is really no evidence, no videos that this actually happens, so it's hard to believe if that statement is true. Would it be cool if we had jetpacks and got to fly the UFO? Hell yeah, it would, but it's not for certain. Now guys, I want to know from you down in the comments, are you pumped about this? Is this your favorite Easter egg, or are you more pumped about the Bigfoot Easter egg that we have in Grand Theft Auto 5? Be sure to let me know down in the comments and subscribe for future videos.